Respect for Coach Gray and the Coastal Carolina program because I know we watched film, watched them at Western Carolina, watched them here, and I know what a tough program that is and what a great basketball program that is, the way they play. So a ton of respect for them. They hang their hat a lot on the same things we do: defense, physicality, rebounding, taking care of the basketball, both teams, and really you had two teams going at it at a high level there. Sometimes it's not the prettiest basketball, sometimes shots don't go in, but from a standpoint of this early in the season, a gritty, physical game that we had to win on defense and on the glass, very proud of our guys and very fortunate that we were able to get the victory.
You kind of talked about it, but on a night where the shots aren't falling, I mean, how pleased are you with the stuff you could control, like turnovers and defensive end?
Yeah, that's exactly what you preach as a coaching staff all the time, and I would guarantee they do the same thing over there, that, hey, we got to control what we can control, which is execution, which is process of possession on offense, taking care of the ball, and rebounding. And then defensively, meaning offensive rebounding, which we were able to go do with 16. And then on the other side, you preach defense, execution, the pressure. We're a pressure team, so we're working on that. We made some adjustments as the game went on. We had to try and take advantage of their size advantage. So we went to a switching defense and thought that it was very good to us. And again, this wasn't an offensive game. It was a defensive game. And, we made a lot of big shots and big free throws. We just happened to miss in the last 2 minutes. We missed some that would have really put the game away probably a little bit sooner. But that's the game, and you give them credit. They kept making shots. We had to take care of the ball, get to the free throw line. We just didn't make all the ones, but this team will. The total confidence in this team's free throw shooting ability.
Just being early in the season, Coach, how much of it is still figuring out rotations, figuring out which guys play well together?
You know what? I feel like we have a pretty good grasp of that. I mean, I think we feel real good about that. I think today Juice got banged up. He got hit pretty hard in the first half, meaning Julian Samaro. It affected our ability to play him to the level that we wanted to in the second half. So that changed things just a little bit. Reed Kaysen was out, so we didn't have him. C.J. Walker got in foul trouble. I thought Sear gave us great minutes. And other than that, on any given night, Jay Shane Woodard will play a lot. He's a special player that does what we want him to do. But again, in a game like this, defense and the best defensive lineup to be executing what we were trying to do is what it called for, and we were able to figure that out.
RJ, I know you got the familiarity of being, from the state of South Carolina, talking to a couple guys. What was it like kind of, playing against some guys you knew and obviously pulling out the win?
Well, I would say I have a whole lot of respect for those guys over there, and they're a tough ball club. This probably was the toughest game physically for me, but I would say I tip my hat to them, and I would say during that first half they had got me a little bit, and then I would say that I would give respect to all of them.
I told RJ, I said, RJ, we're coming right back to you, and we're coming back to you the whole second half. So he knew that, and obviously he got it going, and we knew when we were going to get the ball to RJ.
RJ, you always play with a ton of energy. I mean, how much does just having that energy just kind of help you guys through those lulls?
I would say my teammates will carry off my energy. If I'm playing with high energy, that energy is very contagious. It comes from the offensive side and defensive side, even going for offensive rebounds and stuff like that. I would say me bringing the energy for both ends, I feel like that contributed for the win.
Coach, you made a couple adjustments. What did you see that made you kind of play a little bit more through RJ in that second half? What was it there?
Well, in the first half, again, we were getting looks that we wanted. We were 7 of 9 from the free throw line, I believe, in the first half, if I'm not mistaken. So we were making our free throws. We were getting shots. The fact is we were 1 for 11 from 3, and they were the right looks. We attacked that way. In the second half, what we said is, hey, we want to go play on the blocks a little bit more, and we want to post up. And you know what? Everybody executed. We played through RJ, but I'll tell you, one of the biggest shots of the game was Jordan Riley's corner 3 when RJ kicked the ball out to him. I mean, that was a big-time shot. I think about some of the offensive rebounds. I mean, I think Jordan has, looking at Jordan, he has 7 rebounds. I mean, RJ goes and gets 11. Trevion doesn't shoot the ball well, what he's capable of, but he goes and gets 7 rebounds. And even Jay Shane, I talk about him, he goes and gets 4 rebounds in limited minutes tonight. So getting the ball to RJ on the block was just something we wanted to go get some high percentage shots. They weren't doubling. And so we played through them there. So that was that. But I just think about some of the plays that some of the guys made late game. You know, CJ gets in foul trouble. He's not in rhythm, but we went to him 2 or 3 straight possessions in the second half, and he delivers. It was just one of those games where we had to try and maneuver the pieces to where we wanted the basketball, because I don't think anybody in Minji's today would say that was a flow game. That was not really a flow game. That was a game coming down. We picked what we wanted to attack. They tried to pick what they tried to attack. And you know what? Games are like that sometimes. And that's basketball, and that's what makes basketball such a great sport.
RJ, to that point, I mean, how challenging is it on the court when you're trying to get in a rhythm and there's just absolutely no flow to the game?
I would say, even if my shot not falling, I'm looking towards on the defense end and rebounding. Those little stuff that stuff just carry over on the effect of the game.
Yeah, they got a couple 7-footers, and CJ at the 12, 13-minute mark in the first half goes down. I mean, but you guys still were able to attack. Do you kind of like that ability just to still get in there?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We made some adjustments on defense. What we did, we sized down. Obviously, at one point we had Trevion at the 5, and Jan and Trevion were the 4 and the 5. And we went through some certain things to attack how they were playing ball screens, just to see what we could get. And Cam Hayes scores 4 straight points off it, which was good. So again, those possessions throughout the game are what a possession game comes down to at the end. And I believe we had a 9-point lead with maybe 2.5 or 3 to go. And we got to close it out the free throw line. And we will. Again, I said we will. Again, Jordan made some big ones. RJ obviously made big ones. CJ did. But we missed some late, and they countered it. We missed 2, they hit it 3. We missed 2, they hit it 3. Boy, that could change things real quick, and that's what happened. It went from 9 or 10 down to 4 pretty quick because of those 2 possessions. But the rebounding, the ability to switch, we switched a lot in the late first half, second half, and that versatility that those guys got might not show up in the stat sheet. Jay, Jan, Jordan had a productive offensive game in terms of he shot 14 free throws. But the switching defense and their ability to make that up when CJ went down, I think that says a lot about the toughness of this team.
Anything else? All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.